Welcome back to my series, The Bible Doesn't Make Any Sense. Today's episode, Exodus 34.
All right, let's see it.
So this chapter is about the 10 Commandments. But wait, Serafina, I thought the 10 Commandments were in Exodus 20. Apparently not. I got tagged in this video by this creator, probably the Antichrist. And this creator goes on to say that the 10 Commandments are actually in Exodus 34. That's where they're actually called the 10 Commandments. So what are the actual 10 Commandments? Well, they're kind of all over the place.
Exodus 34:28 is the only place where the title 10 Commandments is applied directly to a specific set of laws, and the Hebrew there is Aseret HaDevarim, which means 10 words, 10 things, 10 issues, something like that. And in our earliest English translations of the Bible, so Tyndale, Coverdale, Matthew's Bible, Great Bible, it's rendered the 10 verses, and it's not until the Geneva Bible that it switches to the 10 Commandments. That influenced the Bishop's Bible, and the King James Version is a conservative revision of the Bishop's Bible, so that's what we find in the King James Version, which became the most influential English translation in the world. So that's what we have. Now, the phrase 10 Commandments is found elsewhere, not directly connected with a specific set of laws, but closely connected. Deuteronomy 4:13 talks about the 10 Commandments that Israel received from God in the fire at Horeb. And then in Deuteronomy 5, they repeat the 10 Commandments more or less as they're found in Exodus 20. So Deuteronomy connects the title 10 Commandments loosely with the 10 Commandments as found in Exodus 20. Now, in Exodus 34, the 10 Commandments are represented as the same commandments that were written on the original tablets that were broken. It's supposed to be the same words. But with Exodus 20 and Exodus 34 within the same text, they're very clearly not the same. These two versions of the 10 Commandments were not originally a part of the same narrative. They were added together at some point. Some scholars think that Exodus 34, the ritual Decalogue, as is usually known by scholars, has more to do with ritual and festivals and things like that, so it's probably earlier than Exodus 20, which has more to do with generic worship and what could be labeled moral concerns. Other people think that Exodus 20 is more closely connected with the covenant code and is earlier, so scholars still debate that. But ultimately, these two versions of the 10 Commandments were put within the same narrative, which creates this disagreement, since they're supposed to be the exact same words, and they're very clearly not. Now, the order of the 10 Commandments and their numbering is not clear, and there are a bunch of different ways to do it. Wikipedia has this handy chart, which lays out the numbering and the ordering from LXX, that means the Septuagint. P is Philo, and you see the ordering is quite different there. R means Reformed Christianity based on Calvin. T is the Talmud. S is the Samaritan Pentateuch. A is Augustine. C is the Catholic Church. And L is Luther. So these are how these different individuals and traditions have ordered and separated out the 10 Commandments. And you can see that Philo orders things a little bit differently, but you'll also see that Augustine and the Catholic Church have the 9th commandment embedded within the 10 on this chart. And that's because they're both following the word order of the book of Deuteronomy, where what they understand to be the 9th commandment is listed later in the other textual traditions. Now, in the interest of time, I'm not going to comment on the rest of Serafina's video, but I recommend you go check it out on her channel. She makes some wonderful observations about how different from our traditional understanding of the 10 Commandments, the ritual Decalogue in Exodus 34 is, particularly when it comes to yeast. And the fit for this video has been Daredevil.